When choosing which article to analyze, I was quickly drawn to this article, Confidentiality Laws and Secrecy in Medical Research, Improving Public Access to Data on Drug Safety. The reason I was so drawn to this article was because it was the best peer-reviewed article I found with the most information that pertained to my topic of the FDA changing their regulations to better suit the consumers who are using the products that they approve as good, usable, good versus unusable, bad. I would also like to start and say that I was unable to use the highlighting portion of Adobe Reader because it saw the PDF as an image rather than text, so I was unable to highlight except for, as you can see, the copyright at the bottom of the page. But I thoroughly commented everywhere that I would have highlighted, as you can see as I scroll. So I don't think that not being able to highlight will be detrimental in understanding this article. I was first drawn to this article because it has two authors. This proves to me that this article is not close to one mind. It was at least considered by two people, not even including the sources that they have amongst the paper. Their non-integral style of writing and citing held true throughout the whole article. When beginning the article, I was quickly aware that although there wasn't the generic setup of an introduction, methods, results, and discussions, there was a varied version of it. While there's a clear introduction here, as we can see, just introducing the ideas, there are also headings following it, introducing the main ideas. But there really aren't any results per se yet because nothing has been done in changing the FDA regulations since this time. Within this piece, there is heavy paraphrasing with a few direct quotes amongst each paraphrasing. There's also generalizations amongst this article. As you can see, I've noted here that this is paraphrasing. There is paraphrasing under this heading as well, along with a direct quote in the same sentence. I like that this variation of giving the data because it creates a better idea of what the original source was trying to say, just in other words, in different words, making it easier for everyone to understand who reads it. Also within this article, there is a chart, as we see here. And to me, personally, this chart was very helpful because it was easy for me to get lost in the medical jargon within this piece. Although I'm a healthcare administration major, I just ended my freshman year and will be just entering my sophomore year next year, so I've yet to have any real major classes yet, so the wording of this article was a little bit hard to stay with and understand. But this chart, as you see noted, helps you realize how little the FDA actually discloses, if anything at all, along with not necessarily definitions, but there isn't a word that isn't defined within the piece that you need to know. For example, NDA, on this chart, NDA means new drug application, as noted earlier in the introduction up here. And although the jargon may be hard to follow, it does create a sense of seriousness amongst the article, and it makes the idea need to be considered and discussed, because it is a serious issue amongst everyone in our country that is prescribed drugs, even not that, because it's food and drugs. To keep the serious tone, the authors did a great job at creating active tone throughout the piece. For example, there are many examples of cases given. As you see here, I noted active tone here because the authors gave an exact, however, the information might still fall. As you see here, I have noted that they create active tone because they're giving real life cases of people involved in cases against the FDA. The several examples that they give following each heading, because they do a great job at considering both the side that they're fighting for, saying that the FDA should change their regulations and policies because of the lack of information that they give on the drugs that they approve. They also do a good job at seeing the other side in considering the cases that have actually won, considering the FDA side of not being able to disclose that information due to competitiveness within the field, the drug field. What makes this article so worthy of consideration in my eyes is the number of sources of citations that they have. With the total number of citations being 53, as you can see as I scroll down, to support this paper, it makes the facts hard to argue with. After analyzing this piece so articulately, I feel that I have a better understanding of it. If there is anything that I have missed or maybe misconstrued myself, please let me know, because I would be glad to reconsider. I'm always open to new ideas. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Have a good night.